Hello, good morning to this week's masterclass, free masterclass. Sorry, completely lost what I was thinking about then. It's our live stream. I'm inviting you all to join me, and today we're looking at body language. And I do have some slides, but just a quick warning, I'm not going to go over a couple of the slides in detail because, one, they're part of an educational program. So there's a lot of stuff on there that people would normally read, not listen to. But it does explain the importance of body language when you're speaking. You and I both know, and we have seen and watched people that become very static when they're speaking. And that's the same online as it is offline. Because we're so used to sitting in front of a camera now, we tend to just sit. And I've seen a lot of people just slouch. The body language is that invisible language that is being portrayed to you in order to engage you. It gives you that extra bit to look at. It's more interesting. I'm one of those people who waves my hands around a lot. And there is a difference to the way I do it online as to offline. And that's purely because of the space a camera gives you in order to create gestures, arm length, using your hands, all of that sort of thing. On stage, it's much, much bigger, but online, it's not. It's a different technique. And I would urge all of you who use online meetings or streaming, whatever it may be, a lot, to learn the difference between how you project yourself and your body online to how you do it in a room with a lot of people. So I wanted to start this by saying that you could be the best speaker in the world, but if you're not including all that body language, those facial expressions, those arms, the shrug of the shoulders occasionally, just walking sometimes, then you're missing out. It's a black and white picture and you're not filling in the color. And it's no different to a recipe. It's the flavor that adds to it. Most people can make spaghetti and boil it up, but it takes an expert to add the right flavors to it to make it scrummy. And speaking is the same. You need to be able to flavor your speech through the invisible communication. So let me share these slides with you. Let's go through this with you. Okay. And body language is classed as the silent communicator. And if you watch deaf people and they use their hands, they are very adept at this silent communication. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So, as I said, don't try and read this. If this was a presentation workshop, you would not be getting a slide like this, I promise you. But I wanted to just point out, and I'm going to say this to you so you don't have to bother trying to read it. If you're in the replay on the membership, where all the replays go, then you'll be able to read this. It'll be up there for longer and it will make a lot more sense. So body language is a form of non-verbal communication. Non-verbal. It involves the use of physical behaviors, gestures, postures, facial expressions, information, emotion, intention. It's that added layer that goes with your verbal communication. Now, when I'm coaching people and I talk about pausing, using body language and gestures while you are paused is so powerful. And it's how do you use everything you've got to communicate really important information to the audience you have. So it's about understanding and interpreting body language. And that's what makes effective communication. Okay, so as I said, don't try and read all that, but it is about Facial expressions. Are you opening your eyes? Are you looking a bit sad? Are you really angry? Can people read that in your face as you're speaking? Your gestures. I naturally gesture. So, are your gestures, your hands, your body, do they emphasize? Do they complement what you're trying to say? Or actually, are they a distraction because you're just waving them about because you don't really know what to do with them? The way you stand, the way you hold yourself is another non-verbal communication, because if someone sees somebody and a bit, we all immediately think, oh, I wonder what's wrong with them. Oh, they look. By sitting up, standing up into a powerful posture, you give an air of trust and confidence. Eye contact. We all know about eye contact, and a lot of people hate eye contact, but people need to know you're speaking to them. So if you want to emphasize something and you say a statement, by then making eye contact with your audience whilst you're not saying anything, is another really powerful tool. And that whole thing about touch, we shake hands, people feel like they've been respected, they feel like they've been welcomed. If we give people a hug, some people hate it, and you should be able to tell by the way they react. Other people are huggers. So this non-verbal communication goes on all the time. You just need to understand it in terms of how you are communicating. And now let's look at the power of body language. And again, don't worry too much. So it reveals what we often conceal. It's like the back end of the computer. It's those little movements we don't even know we're making sometimes, those gestures, those feelings that people read on us when we don't even realize they're doing it. Haven't you ever had a conversation with somebody, and whilst they're talking, you're looking at them and you're reading the body language, and you're either saying, I don't believe a word of this, or, oh my God, she's more upset than she's saying, or you've just read something else around those words. That's how powerful body language is. Don't read all this. Again, this was for an educational thing. I'm going to quickly go through this because I don't want you to read it. The power of it is in its ability to communicate messages, emotions, intentions without saying a word. Yeah, without saying a word. And it's about, it enhances your communication. It conveys confidence. It builds rapport. You can express your emotions. You can navigate social dynamics. You can influence and impress. You can detect deception through body language. And it does improve your leadership because you become the whole package. Now, I'm not going to go through this slide. This is about the evolution of body language, and really, again, not pertinent to today. But I would say to you, if you're watching the replay, look at technological advances and communication in the digital age, because that's changing the way we communicate and use of body language and things like that. Within this workshop, I just wanted to highlight for you the fact that if you can really get to grips with body language and be confident in that, then you are enhancing the way you communicate what you do to people. Let's move that from there. So in summary, what I'm saying to you is body language is the extra sauce on your speaking. And I know those of you out there who go, I'm terrified of public speaking, I hate public speaking. Oh my God, now she's throwing body language and gestures at me. when you get over that real stress and fear of speaking in public, a lot of these body language things become natural because you find you're having conversations with people. And if you really take notice of when you have conversations with people, family, friends, or networking, or wherever it may be, you'd be surprised how much non-verbal body language you use. Quite naturally, we do this. It's a part of what we do. It's a part of our communication. It's a part of how we learn to communicate with each other. It's how we emphasize what we're trying to say. So get to grips with the stress of public speaking and you'll find the other comes quite easily. Now, if you really want to up your game, then you learn about the art of body language and gestures. You learn about using a whole stage, using your arms, facial, pausing. All of that becomes just another part of what you're learning. And if you want to learn it from the best. Ta-da! I'm verbal, see? Ta-da! So I want to say to you that if this is something you want to explore or you're not sure about, or you would like a call with me to just talk about this in a bit more detail in terms of you and how you communicate, how you use your body and your eyes and your arms and everything else, then please book a free call. They're always free, the first one, but it will give you an idea as to what you need to be thinking about. And it's really important that if you really want to be good at speaking, that you learn these things. Now, we all know that confident communicators will grow their business far quicker than those people who don't want to speak. We also know that good speakers grow their business even faster than those people who are willing to speak but haven't learned any of the techniques. And if you want to be that person that takes their business as far as it can go because you are really good and you have learned how to speak in public with confidence and clarity, then you are going to take your business to new heights. And there are those of you who may have a story to tell, a really, inspirational or special story you need to tell. And in order to tell it and have it land in the right place in the right way is another reason to learn some of these techniques. So hopefully you'll join me again next week. If you want any more on body language, then please get hold of me. Let's book a call and we will take it from there. So that's me for this week. Enjoy the rest of the week and I look forward to seeing you soon. Okay, bye.